Jay-Z says he misses the old Kanye. This is according to Rockefeller co-founder Kareem Biggs Burke. So this is in response to Kanye's rant. That was last week in Seattle during a concert where he said a lot of different things. So for one, I don't have it all in front of me, but we can go through the list. So first, he talked about the politics within Tidal and how he felt like he wasn't getting a certain percentage. Also, the fact that Tidal was preventing him from working with Drake, who's an Apple Music artist, and he was upset about that. Then he went on a rant that Jay-Z, according to Kanye West, never visited Kim Kardashian, his wife, after the whole Paris robbing her at gunpoint incident. And then he also went on a rant that their kids have yet to have a play date together. Okay, so that was the whole rant, right? And he continually slammed Tidal and Jay-Z within that rant. So according to, as I said earlier, Rockefeller co-founder Kareem Biggs Burke, who's not only Jay-Z's partner, but also a really close friend. And Burke told Page Six, quote, "I was shocked to hear what Kanye said on stage. There was never anything rumbling, so when you hear these things in public, it's a little shocking." Then he goes on to say, when the publication asked about what did Jay-Z think, he says, quote, "I'm not sure about the relationship at this point. I spoke to Jay after Kanye's rant, and we're both just like, we miss the old Kanye." Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Tidal wave of drama.
That was mine!
I miss the old Kanye.
Watch the throne down.
Really great execution on that
Sorry.
one. You really believed your own statement.
It wasn't my statement at all. I copied Grace's.
I just wanted to say something from Saint Pablo, which was from The Life of Pablo, the album, Kanye's latest album. I'm gonna read a couple lyrics here. Okay. When I was negotiating with Apple, it was Larry and me. Told Tim Cook to call me. I was scary to see. I would have took 100 million and gave 20 to Hove. Hove is Jay-Z, for those of you who don't know this. I heard it's the way they did it when we only had a stove. But it's better that I stayed home with my folks, because if Jay a billionaire, then I'ma never go broke. Only thing I ask next time I'm on stage, we all go. We all go. This is a lyric about his deep relationship with Jay-Z.
So now give us your analysis.
It's interesting to see this, because the reason why I mentioned this part specifically is because he's talking about the Tidal deal as a positive thing. But all of a sudden now he's going back on that, because these record labels and now these platforms that are kind of taking over the place of record labels do behave in a similar fashion, where they're very restrictive with what artists you can work with, and the art itself suffers. And I completely understand where Kanye's coming from if he's specifically talking about the Apple relationship within Tidal and Apple, and how Apple Music is not allowing them, like Drake and Kanye, to collaborate when they're friends, and they're very good at collaborating with one another. And as someone who's a fan of both of them, I want to see that. Now, having said that, I don't really know what caused this outrage on Kanye's side when he originally went and said there will be no Watch the Throne 2, when they had come out with an amazing album together, Jay-Z and Kanye. That, again, that's when that's when we got to see a perfect album that both of these artists, one I don't like that much, one I love, put together art that I certainly appreciate. So I don't know what sparked this outrage from Kanye's side.
Surprise, surprise. He rants about a lot of people in his life, and I think that's some bullshit. I get it when it comes to contractual stuff. You know, I understand that sometimes as an artist you can be limited, and sometimes the more powerful person gets to have more control. And I think as a person that might be contractually that way, I think it's good to have a voice. But at the same time, when it comes to always calling out your friends, there's a time and a place. You don't do that in concert and talk about your kids not having play dates and talk about him not visiting his wife. Call up your friend, because friendships go through ups and downs. Call up your friend and tell your friend. Don't just put it on blast for everybody to hear.
Yeah, you know, Sam, from an outside perspective, it seems like this Tidal deal has only been a headache for most of the people involved. So everyone started really excited, and then it seems like they're sort of playing a losing game with Spotify, with Apple Music, and Tidal just can't really seem to adjust and get their parts in gear. And I think a big part of that is because there are some friendships here. And going into business with your friends, or going into business with your significant others, or people that you are just, it's difficult. It makes the relationships forever changed. And it seems like Kanye is not dealing with that dynamic in the most healthy way. I never think that you should bring up kids. It's like what does what do the kids have to do with any of this?
Personal relationship stuff, period.
I
Let
just
that
don't
be
think it's
between
appropriate.
you.
But it does seem that a lot of this upset stems from business disagreements, and then now that's it's very pervasive and it's going out into their personal lives. And hopefully Jay-Z's known Kanye long enough that they can work out their differences between each other as friends, but it does seem like they need to sort of
I don't know
take
if I would want
back.
a friend. I don't know if I'd want to continue a friendship with someone that's putting me on blast to millions and millions of people.
But he is absolutely, I think, a misunderstood genius, and I think that Jay-Z understands that to a degree. Don't you think?
I do. That's why I'm
agree.
surprised that you're taking Kanye's side on this.
Look, there a lot of the things that I think he's done are
misunderstood genius or a narcissist.
I think he's immature. I think he's a narcissist.
He's surrounded by people that are yes to him, and he's not used to being called out, and he thinks he's above everybody else, and I think it's bullshit. I think it's absolute.
I hope that Jay-Z could be the person that can call him out on that.
But I honestly think that stems from, and a lot of people say this, from him possibly having some sort of incapacity to some sort of social disorder. Do you know what I mean? He's. Look, I'll just say it. He's like a musical savant. He's like a genius, but he's not very good with social dynamics. He's not, and he's proven that. He's not just I
don't know if he's a musical
his level
genius.
of narcissism.
The way he calls out other musicians he calls them subpar. I believe me, he's very talented. 100% is he talented. The way that he calls out other musical geniuses, you could call.
But that goes back to his inability to understand his personality within a social setting, where I'm talking about musical genius and I'm looking at his music at face value. I'm interpreting his art and how he has been able to go across different platforms, across different verticals, and still be successful as a trendsetter. Kanye West is one of the most important artists of our generation. He's one of the greatest pop artists that will be regarded at the same level as Andy Warhol in the future.
I disagree 100%.
With you.
Totally disagree
because
with
consumer culture is now very much a part of art itself.
You're saying that he's going to be revered as a Andy Warhol?
100%. 100%.
I don't agree.
I 100%
we can agree to
think
disagree.
That. And unfortunately, the only thing that's holding him back, and this happens time and time again, is his personality, is that the fact that he's a narcissist, he's very outspoken, and he constantly says crazy stuff. Now, it's weird. Is this meta art? Is he playing this out? The way I look at it, at least, is this playing out the this is who I am, and every time he says something crazy, it's almost like Donald Trump saying crazy things in the primaries where his approval rating kept skyrocketing. It's like Kanye West says something crazy and more people either support him or hate him, but then everyone's talking about him and they want to buy his products. So is this like a social experiment? Probably not. I think he's just, like I said, you said as well, he just has...
Yeah,
no concept.
If it is a social experiment, then I think it's stupid, and I don't want to excuse any of his past behavior. I do, as face value music, I think he is truly brilliant. But that doesn't excuse his behavior, and I hope that he isn't, that if this is sort of an art, turning the mirror on us and look at how we all buy into his crazy rants and whatnot, it's damaging a friendship, someone that's been in his corner since the very beginning, since the Blueprint and before. And I just hope that so often his sort of head's in the clouds and he's not thinking about anyone else. And I hope that he can find some sort of grounding in that true happiness does come from friendships and relationships and tangible love. And I don't think that these sort of rants or tirades get him any closer to having that sort of tangible happiness. So I hope that he realizes that, but again, who's shocked here?
And we should definitely keep in mind that we know for a fact that they are in an emotionally unstable place right now as a family. We know that because normally, the Kardashians have made a living off of making their private lives public. And this was so devastating to them. This was so personally, the robbery in Paris was so personally devastating to Kim Kardashian that she hasn't posted anything on Instagram. She's not going out and Keeping Up with the Kardashians went on hiatus. Obviously,
I'll
they're
give him the benefit of the doubt
impacted.
for that. I will give him the benefit of the doubt for that. However, when you look at his history of calling people out, it's so inappropriate. It's so unfair to those individuals.
Yeah.
I think it's bad when you're swinging down, but in this instance, he's swinging up. So I think look, it doesn't excuse his behavior, but it's not as bad as like the way we make it out to be. Because again, like I said, he's swinging up to Jay-Z, and maybe this is the best possible way to get to him. Maybe this is the best possible way to reach out to him, because these individuals are so.
No, it isn't.
They're
no,
in the.
It's not.
Okay.
Not in my opinion. Bringing his kids into it. Bringing their relationship. Like,
well, the robbery thing really impacted me. I think.
Well, yeah, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for
that.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for that, even though he has a long track record of doing the same exact behavior. So this isn't out of the blue. But because they just went through something crazy traumatic, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.